Hello my dear students, welcome to computer science class. Let us continue with our chapter, that is word processing. So in our previous video class we have discussed with the edit menu. In this video class we shall discuss about the view menu. So in the view menu we have the option as a normal view. So this normal view will help you to show the text and graphics but not the margins, headers or footers if you have added to your document. So this normal view is what it will help the user to view your document. There are different kinds of views, like you want to view your document in normal view, or print layout you want to view, or like web page you want to view your document, or draft you want to view your document. So there are different options. One among them is a normal view. The next option is print layout. Now you want to see your document after printing, how the document will be viewed, how the document will look like. If you want to, before giving the printout, you want to view your document, so after printing how will it look. So in that case you can have a print layout option. Next we have is the ruler. Ruler actually gives you the status of the page with the numeric values, wherein you can view the right and left indents. So this ruler option we have already seen it in the MS Word layout. That would help you to adjust the right and left indents. You can adjust, you can decide right from what position you would like to start typing the contents in the document. Okay, we shall go to the next options in the view menu, that is header and footer. Headers and footers are very important to make your document professionally. Okay, if you want to add certain text, additional text onto your top of your document, then you can go for the header. So therefore a header will allow you to add the text to the top margin of every page. Like you can add the content or the additional text, like document title if you want to add, page numbers, or any extra additional if you want to tell that the document belongs to the certain department, if it has to be shown, then you can go for the header. Similar way the footer is also allow you to add certain text, but this footer will allow you to add the text at the bottom of every page of your document. Suppose in your document 5 pages are there, on all the 5 pages you can have a header as well as the footer. Remember, header always appear at the top of your page of every page of your document. The footer appears at the bottom, wherein even in the footer also you can give some additional information regarding that particular document, like page number, okay, which department it belongs to, any subsections if they are having. So any other information you can add it in the footer. Now let us see the steps to have an header and footer into your document. So in your latest version of your MS Word, we have the header and footer option under the insert tab. Earlier under the view menu we had this header and footer, but now we have under the insert tab, which is present onto the ribbon, we have header and footer option. In header and footer option there are different styles are there. So whichever as per your needs, you can choose any one style onto your document to have an header and footer. So let me show all these options what we have discussed right now with one of the MS Word document. So herein I have taken one dummy document which it consists of certain information into it. So we have the view menu here. So we were discussing about all the options are regarding the view menu here. So as I said, the normal view is been present in the older versions of Word. Now herein we are, by default we are in the print layout. As I said, the print layout will allow the viewers to view their document as it will appear onto a printed page. So this is actually in the print layout. So once I take a printout of this particular document, this is how the look will be of this particular document. That is what is print layout. Let me show you the different views so that you can clearly make the difference. Now what if I want to view my document in a full screen reading? All right, so this is how in the full screen reading you can see this is, it says this is a screen 1. So how many we have? 14 we have. That means 14 pages we have actually. As in when you are moving, the screens are moving. Now this is a in a one screen I would like to see only one page. What if you want to weave in two different pages? See, show two pages. You can go in school. In a single screen I can see the two pages. Alright, similarly when I go to the screen, next screen, third and fourth page I can see. Similarly fifth and sixth. So this is how the different kinds of weaves are there. Okay, now I'll close this one with the screen reading. I'll go for the web layout. How your document will be weaved at the web layout. See, there is no any margins or something like that. This is how usually the HTML format will weave its content. Then outline will not have any justifications. By default it will show you the left justification. All right, with the no margins and no margins, no header, footer, no nothing. Okay, simple outline it is showing. Let us come out of this outline weave, and then we have another is a draft. Draft is a simple text where you can easily edit the text. All right, so this lines, dotted lines, what you are seeing, that this indicates this is a second page. Till here the content was in the first page. This is second page. Now the content here is in the third page. So these are the just different layouts. Now when I come back to the print layout, see, this is how your document will look after once your document has been printed. I hope you are able to understand. So these are the different kinds of weaves that document could be weaved in the form of print, full screen, web layout. Okay, now moving on to the next option, that is as we discussed about header and footer. As I said, header and footer we have under the insert tab. So this is your entire ribbon, isn't it? Right from here to here, this is your entire ribbon. So in this particular insert tab we have an option known as header. What is this header? Header is having certain content which will appear at the top of each printed page. So when you click at this header, see, you have a different styles here. You can have the page title here. Okay, you can have, if you have 3 different text to be added onto your document, you can go for this style. All right, I don't want this one, I want a different style. I will take this style. I have a little document, I have only one text to be added to my document, then go for this particular, and here I'm going to just add it as CS. I'm going to add this as in CS. All right, so if you see at every page the header will be appeared, and as I said, header is a kind of a text that will appear onto the top of every page. Similarly, we have another option, that is a footer. Footer always appears at the bottom of the page. You can choose any different formats you have, like, so I've chosen the other format. So here I would like to just mention it as a department. I would like to mention here. Okay, you can have the page numbers here. All right, you can have the page numbers. This way you can have the page numbers. So the footer also appears at the every page of your document. Clear? Now what if I want the footer and header to be shouldn't appear onto my first page? Because usually in every document the first page might be the cover page, okay, or the first page might be a table of contents. I don't want the header and footer to be appear on the first page. Then you have under the design tab, you have one option that is a different from the first page. So just enable this option, so your first page will not have any header and footer. This is helpful when you have the first page to be as a cover page or table of contents, wherein you doesn't want to make the header and footer to be there, and the rest of all your pages should have an header and footer. Then this option will work out for you. I hope you are able to understand. Then you can come out of your header. If you want to weave your document, then you can go for close and header footer option. When you close it, see, you'll have the header in this way and the footer in this way. What if you want to remove the header and footer? So again go to the insert option. You have an option here, remove header. Okay, let me show it clearly once again. Okay, so herein we have an remove header option here. Click on to the remove header. So sorry, click on to the remove header and click on to the remove footer. Let me show it again here. Just click on this and remove header. See, the header is disappeared, and similarly you can even remove the footer also. Remove footer. Okay, now moving on to the ruler. So ruler is in the again in the weave option only. You can see the ruler here. So I'll come to the weave. So herein we have an option known as a ruler. If I disable this, we are unable to see any indentation. Look at this. Suppose if I want to weave the indentation, then click on to the ruler. I can adjust the right indentation, right margin if I want to decrease it. See, you can increase the right indentation. Left indentation I want to increase it. You can adjust in this way from whichever point you want to weave. Suppose if I want to increase up and down the contents to be. So these all things you can make with the help of the ruler. So the ruler will give you the status of the page with the numeric values. I hope you are able to understand all these options. Let us continue with that PPT here. So next is zoom. Zoom changes the size of the page that has been displayed at. Okay, that option I'll show you in the next time here. So herein we have another option, that is footnote. Footnote is very important. So footnote allow you to add the footnote. Usually footnote appears at the bottom of the page. What is this footnote? What exactly, why we need it? Suppose if you have a document, in that certain specific words are there and you doesn't know the source of the information, or suppose if they want to give some additional information, then the footnotes will be added to that particular word. So when you encounter any footnote while reading any document or any page, if you are going through, then immediately when you see that footnote, you can go at the bottom of your document and have a glance on the description of that particular word. So you will be getting some additional information with the help of the footnote. Okay, footnote will always appear as a superscript in the body of your document, and you can even give the different form of numbering styles also you can give for the footnote. So let me show this one, the footnote option. Now let us come, before footnote I'll show you the zoom. So zoom, you can increase and decrease the layout of your weave layout of your document. So usually we keep it to the 100% here. Okay, the zoom slider, this is what is your zoom slider. You can increase and decrease with the help of the zoom slider here. This is what we have seen. Now let us show you the footnote to be added. Now at this particular point I would like to add a footnote. Footnote, this option is there under the reference tab. So herein we have the footnote. Okay, see here, footnotes are automatically renumbered as we move on to the text around the document. So it will add a certain additional information to your document. So insert a footnote. When you insert a footnote, look at this, a numbering is being given as a superscript. Okay, now here I'm going to give a description for that. Okay, I'm going to give a description that it is a procedure technique, right? I'll give, it is one of the, I'll just add a text here. It is the one of the programming technique. All right. This is the footnote I have added. Similarly, I have encountered here as algorithms. Here also I need to add a footnote. Here I'll add. What is an algorithm? It is a step-by-step procedure, isn't it? So I'll just write it here. Step-by-step procedure. Alright? Okay. Now, see here, whenever you encounter this one programming techniques, just place a cursor over it. It will give an additional information what you have added at the footnote. See, it is one of the programming technique. Understood? As when you go on to your wherever you encounter the second footnote, here you have encountered the second footnote. See, it's a step-by-step procedure. Like this, whenever you're going through any of your document, footnotes will help you to provide some additional information. Alright, and always the footnote appears at the bottom of the document. I hope students, the concept is clear here about the footnote. Let us continue here with the next of different options. That is, let us move on to the insert menu, the next menu. So under the insert menu, we have a different option, that is page break, page number, document name. Okay, you can have date and time, special characters, you can have database fields, easy text. Easy text is nothing but the quick parts. Okay, footnote, what we have discussed. So in the older version, we had the footnote, both options we had. Okay, and then tables, charts, spreadsheets, clip art, word art. Now what is this page break? Page break is nothing but it will allow you to start a new page at a given point of a time. At any point of a time, if you want the next content to appear in the very new page, or you want to have in each section to start onto your new page, then you can go for the page break. The shortcut key here, it is Control plus Enter. And page number, as I have already shown, you can go for an insert option. Under the insert menu, you have directly as an option as page number, you can choose it for. What is this document name? But before moving on to here, it's here I have shown you the page break. So page break you can identify with an dotted lines here. So this page break indicates that the next whatever the content what you want to type it will appear in the new page actually. This I'll show you. Alright, next, document name. Document name will help you to insert the saved file name. So what we were saving, usually by default, if you don't save any document, it takes by default as document 1, document 2, document 3, like that the new documents it will take if you don't save a file. Alright, next is what? Date and time. So insert also, like how we have a page number, header and footer options, the same way we can even have a date and time onto your document. And there are different forms of styles, and again in the date and time formats also. As per your requirement, you can choose any one of the style to appear onto your document. And then we have a special characters. See, suppose if you like you have a word, okay, which is actually you want to make it as a one word, but it has been split up. Okay, at that particular time you want to have an hyphenation, then you can have a special character. Special characters will allow you to insert a specialized hyphens and spaces. So as in when it is really needed, it will by default automatically it will insert any hyphenation, and it will see to that there is any non-breaking space between the two different, like that is a two words. All right, so let me show all these options here. That is the first option I should show you with the page break here. Let us continue. I have retained the same document, so I have just removed the footnote and all. Now I have to show you the page break. Page break, in the insert tab, okay, we have a page break. So I'll just place a cursor over here. Right from this point I want a page break. See here, can you see? That means the contents from the point where I place a cursor and click onto the page break, it will help you to start the next page from the current position itself. All right, see there is a page break right from here. If I place it right here, if I place again, go for the page break, immediately it will start a new page right from the wherever I have placed a cursor. This is how the page break. I hope students you are able to understand this particular operation. Next we have the page number, whichever you want, whichever the style you want. Bottom of the page you want to add a page number, or top of the page, or page margins if you want to add, then you can go for the page number. Next, date and time, let me show you here, but I'll just retain the back by having the Control Z, undo, right? So date and time, wherever you place a cursor, there you can have a date and time. Let me go for the tab here. So here I want to place a date and time here. So when you click on date and time, see here you have a different styles here. You can choose any one of the different style here. I'll just choose this one and just click on OK. Friday, May 28, 2021. All right, so automatically, or else if you don't want this one, you want to choose a different date and time, that is also fine. So again, go to the date and time option here. You can have this one and just click on to the OK. Similarly, at the next option here, I have to show about the special character. Special character is under the hyphenation. Actually, that hyphenation is under the page layout. Suppose if I have to add any special character, then we can go for the hyphenation. So hyphenation, which allows you to word to break the lines between the syllables of words. So if you want to hyphenate your text, okay, then you can go for the hyphenation. So click on hyphenation. If I go on to the automatic, see, observe the differences here, the hyphenation. Okay, so we have an example here. Look at the document clearly. I'll just click on to the hyphenation and I'll go for automatically. In my document, if I click on to the hyphenation, wherever the hyphenation is needed, automatically by default the hyphenation will take place. See here, see, explicit sequence, here we got an hyphenation, here we got an organized as an hyphenation here, right? Wherever it is needed, see, problem, here we got an hyphenation. Suppose if I don't want automatically, if I want it in manual way, alright, if I want it manually, click on to the manual. It will ask at this point of a time, explicit, would you like to have an hyphenate? Yes. Then here if would like to have an hyphenate? Yes. Then next we have a problem. See? Yes. So wherever the hyphenation is needed, next was the function. Say yes. Problem, here we got as an hyphenation. So like this you can have, the two words which are being splitted, you can treat it as one word by using an hyphenation. I hope you are able to understand. Okay, let us continue with our PPT, the next options here. That is the database field. So the database field is wherein you have systematically arranged the records, okay, in a table format relevant to a specific entry, which is very much useful for the form letters. So database field is nothing but where there is an arrangement of records in a systematic format in the form of table, that is in the form of rows and columns, that we actually say it as an database field. Okay, next we have as easy text. Easy text, we know that is in the quick parts, isn't it? We have studied under the edit menu the quick parts. So the easy text is a one text which we often use in our document. Suppose the same text we want to use it oftenly, then you can go for the easy text. Next we have the tables. You can display the tables, okay, you can display the tables in the form of tables, in which is in the form of rows and columns. You can have in the rows and columns, you can enter the text, you can even enter the numbers as well. All right, and what are the steps to insert a table? So click the tables group from an insert tab. So under the insert tab we have an option known as table. Then you can drag the mouse along the grid, highlight the number of rows and columns for the table that is required. Now let me show these options here, how to have this table onto our document. So you place your cursor where exactly you need a table. Let me place my cursor over here wherein I need a table. All right, then go to the insert tab here, click onto the table option. That will allow you to draw a table or insert your table into your document. Now click onto the number of, click and just click on to select the number of rows and columns you want. You can see here I'm just increasing the number of columns over here, similarly the number of rows. Suppose what if I have just want to have 4 columns and 4 rows. So this is first, second, third and fourth, 4 columns and 4 rows. What if I want to have 5 columns and just 4 rows? So this is how you can have your table. But what if I have to manually insert the table? I don't want in this way. Okay, then how is that? So go for the insert. So you can go for the insert table option. Insert table, manually specify how many number of columns you need. 5 columns and 2 rows. So you can just change the values also. I just want the 3 columns and 2 rows if you want. So just click onto the OK. So 3 columns. And what if you want to add an extra column, and then just click on to the, once again just click on to the tab here, or else just you click onto the last one column, just go for the insert. Insert columns to the right, or you want to insert a row, below, so click onto the insert row below. This way you can add. So what if you want to add an extra column? Place your cursor where you want to add an extra column, just go to the insert. Insert columns to the left you want, or insert columns to the right you want. Any one you can take. Insert columns to the left, so you can insert the number of rows and the columns. All right, now you can even merge the columns. What if I want to merge these 2 cells? Then just highlight, select those cells which you want to merge. Right click and you have an option like merge cell. So click onto the merge cell. So you can have a click onto the merge cell. You can even choose the shading and all. You can even choose it. Alright, you can choose, and you can even choose a different layout for your table also. Different styles you can choose which layout you would like to make your table to appear. Alright, or if you just want it in the simple way, if you want it, so whichever you want. And you can even add the borders to your table, all borders. If I click on to this, the entire table, select it and click on to the all borders. This I had merged it. What if you want to draw the table? You can go for draw the table. Yes, you can even draw this one, the table. You can add it here. You can just increase the another row here. Yes, you can even draw. So these are the different kinds of option you have. You can even go for the erasing also. What if you don't want this particular last column? If you don't want, you can go for even erasing of that and just draw the table. You can have this way. All right, so these are the different options that is related to the table. I hope children you are able to understand. What if you want to delete a table? Just select your table and click on to the clear. So here in delete table, these are the few options related to your table. Clear? Similarly, we can also have charts you can embed. You can embed the charts also, and then you can even have the clip art, word art, as well as drawing. Let me show the options for the clip art here. So herein we have an option that is under the insert tab only. We have an option that is clip arts. What is this clip art? Clip arts will actually allow you to insert a picture onto your document. So if you click onto the clip arts, whatever the animation you have ready-made, certain images, whatever you have, you can insert onto your document. I'll want to insert an clip art over here. Choose any one which you would like to insert onto your document. You just enlarge it. So this is how you can add the clip arts onto your document. Similarly, whichever you need it, you can just go for the ready-made images what is there in onto your clip arts. Clear? Similarly, I have the other option, that is word art. So let us move on to our PPT here to see the next options. So that is chart or the spreadsheet. You can have the chart right from an Excel file and you can paste it, or you can even create a chart onto your Word document as well by using a chart option which is there in the insert tab. Similarly, we have a clip art that will help you to open the clip art gallery showing you certain thumbnails. Okay, so depending upon the category which you need, you can pick one and make a, copy it onto your document, which where the image will be much larger as well as clearer. Word art lets you to perform some fancy effects onto your word. Suppose you want a word, whatever the selected word, you want it in a wavy format, you want it in a different curving format. If you want, then you can choose the word art, okay, which is there under the insert tab itself. And the next one we have is the drawing option, that is the last option in the insert menu. So it will lets you to draw a vector drawing program. So you can choose a different kinds of lines, you can choose, you can use a different kinds of shapes, so that will not appear like blocky when you are been printing, or whenever you want to enlarge it, those lines will not become blocky and all. Okay, so let me show these options onto your Word document here. As I have already shown you the clip arts here, I'll just close this clip art here. So now I'll just remove this date over here. All right, so herein I'll first select this text and go to the insert tab. So therein I have an word art, so it will insert a decorative text in your document. So you can see here whichever form you want the text to be appeared. If I just click an OK, see, this is how you have an insert. Then you can even go for the shape fill, whichever the shape you would like to have. Okay, so you can choose, you can even go for an outline, whichever outline you would like to have. You can even go for the effects, how you want the text it has to appear. All right, this is how you can have an word art option. Next is what you want to have an drawing option, isn't it? So here is a drawing option under the insert. You can have any different kinds of shapes as well as lines. Okay, so you just draw the lines here. Okay, this way. You can even extend it. When you are extending, it doesn't appear much blocky or wavy. Anyway, whichever format you want it, so you want this shape, you just draw this particular shape. You can easily decrease the size and enhance the larger, increase the size of it, wherein it will never get a blocky way. So these are the few options that comes under the view menu, and few of the options as per the different versions of MS Word, we have it under the different tabs. I hope students these options are being clear with you. Thank you students, take care of yourself.